Arguably the most popular show of the last decade, Game of Thrones has captured many fans' hearts with the show's way of building scenes and settings where the fans can insert themselves into the show. I believe one of the most effective ways Game of Thrones does this is through the way they build the cities the characters are housed in. When looking at these cities and the architecture that defines them, the GOT viewer is left feeling wondrous and awe at the power that the visual landscape has. Hey, what's going on? This is Random Things Review, and today, although it was tough, I was able to assemble a list of my favorite Game of Thrones cities. Now before we hop in, I have to give the standard spoiler warning, as there are viewers who may not have seen this show yet. So if you haven't seen this show but are planning to, it might be best to avoid this video. Okay, let's hop in. Starting off the list, I have Qarth at number 5. An oasis in the desert of the Red Waste, Qarth might be the most mysterious entry on this list. The city has imposing walls surrounding it, and the outer perimeter is surrounded by the Garden of Bones, which contained the remains of anyone that wanted to break in previously. Inside the gates, the city contains powerful figures and traders, all adorned in lavish gold and jewels. It even hosts some supernatural aspects. Qarth is home to the Warlocks and the House of the Undying, where Daenerys goes on a trippy adventure in one episode. The mysterious oasis in the desert, as well as the pride that the Qarthian people exhibit in their city, make this as one of the most fascinating cities in Game of Thrones. Checking in at number 4 is Old Town. Old Town is one of the largest and oldest cities in Westeros, built by the first men on a southern port in the Reach. It is where the Citadel is housed, and is a fascinating city. As with many cities in Game of Thrones, the entire settlement is built around one defining monument. In this case, that monument is Hightower, where one of the most powerful families in Westeros is housed. The Hightower is actually the tallest building in the Seven Kingdoms, and is even higher than the Wall. Some claim that the Wall can be seen from the top. Either way, the way the city is able to circle around its grand building is hypnotizing, and every shot from the show of this city is beautiful. I have a soft spot for port cities, as you're about to find out, and this city definitely hits it, as it's on the water and has a beautiful scene. My number 3 favorite city in Game of Thrones is Braavos. When talking about monuments, does it really get much cooler than the Titan guarding the harbor into Braavos? The giant monument is made to intimidate any sailor navigating their boat underneath it, and I think it works. In the show, Braavos is mentioned as this far-off, mysterious place with a powerful bank and crafty people. When we finally get exposed to Braavos, we, the viewers, are not let down. The city is filled with its secrets and craftiness on every corner. However, no matter what goes on in the show, it's always cool to see the shots that occur in Braavos, that contain low-lying cobblestone streets, lovely bridges, and a beautiful port view. This combination makes Braavos my number 3 favorite city in Game of Thrones. My number 2 favorite city in Game of Thrones is King's Landing. Yes, everyone's favorite controversial capital has made a landing on this list, no pun intended. While not rotating around a monument in a way, this city is a monument, with how much stuff goes on there from the show, and how often King's Landing events send ripples through all of Westeros. Visually, the royal scenes from the castles offer a stunning look into a harbor inlet, and many beautiful beach and overlook shots occur when a character is in the city. I love how you can feel royal in the city of King's Landing. No one's interior of the castle is more lavish, nobody's walls are more grander, or clothes more stunning. You feel royal when you see a scene in King's Landing, and because of the way the city structure is able to emphasize that, it lands on my list. Fun fact, this filming location is Dubrovnik, Croatia, if you ever want to go visit it in real life. And drumroll please, my number 1 favorite city in Game of Thrones is Meereen. We actually have to hop off Westeros to find my favorite city in the whole series. We are back to the theme of a large monument forming the de facto center of the city, as the stunning pyramid is the center of this settlement. In Meereen, the wealthy build pyramids, and of course, no one's pyramid can be greater than the royals, which is the center pyramid. The show spends a decent amount of time in Meereen, and you're able to see all of what you've seen before, stunning overlook shots, ocean scenes, and the feel of a port city. However, just the image of Daenerys' dragon sitting perched atop of the pyramid makes for quite a cool look that no other city can match. With this high-flying difference in mind, we have finally crowned my number 1 favorite city in the whole series. Well, that's my review on my favorite Game of Thrones cities. What are some of your favorite cities in Game of Thrones? What are some of your favorite Game of Thrones scenes and characters and memories? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Just beware of spoilers ahead. Hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you're really excited for Season 8 of Game of Thrones, because I know I am. I'm just counting down the days until April. Thank you again for watching this video. Make sure you hit subscribe to catch more random reviews, ratings, and analyses of all different kinds. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.